So our first talk after the break is Kylie Sandham, Fernwood Urban Village, Permaculture and Empowerment in an Aging Population. Sandy? Or sorry, Kylie Sandham. God, I just did something weird with the last name. Does anybody call you Sandy? I'm gonna from now on. Okay. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, morning. Oh, I did that. There you go.
So my name is Kylie Sandham. I'm a recent graduate of Vancouver Island University, and I'm a current employee of the Fernwood Urban Village co-housing community, a development that's going up in Fernwood at the moment. And the idea that I'll present today is on co-housing. It considers how this type of housing, and which follows the principles and permaculture can offer an empowering opportunity for active adults living in Victoria's aging population. When we think of When we think of community living today, most of us picture detached single-family residential homes and apartments located in suburban areas. However, the architecture and planning of the suburbs can actually create restrictions between the public and private. It creates restrictions between people and their communities. Suburban settlements do this by building up a dependence on driving, forcing us to spend much of our time commuting. Such a commitment to driving and single-family living can make spending time with friends and family inconvenient. These tasks become even more difficult for environmental and health-conscious retirees who choose to give up their licenses. For these reasons, isolation can become a serious issue for an aging population in the Western world. This topic is of much interest for many in the retirement city of Victoria. In Victoria, the median age as of 2006 is 41.6 and rising. Victoria has even been called a mecca for the elderly by some media sources, and it is said to have the country's highest concentration of people 80 years of age and older, as well as the country's third highest concentration of people over 60. This situation does not call for the development of more suburban retirement communities and isolated apartment complexes. Instead, co-housing may offer some opportunities. This is because co-housing creates a sustainable environment for active adults as they age. It is a movement that seems to be gaining momentum in North America. And the Fernwood Urban Village is a co-housing community in the process of development right here in Victoria. So, what is co-housing? Co-housing is an innovative type of housing and community that increases the contact between individuals and their neighborhoods. Co-housing does this by creating socially oriented communities that maintain the comfort and integrity of private, individually owned dwellings. This architectural form has been called social contact design, or SCD. This design incorporates efficient, densely spaced private strata units that are set in an inward-facing ring around a large pedestrian-oriented center. Pedestrian centers have nodes of interaction, like you can see right here, spaced throughout the community, such as a laundry room, shared kitchen, community parking for shared vehicles, and gardens. Nodes can also include shaded outdoor benches overlooking a pond or a sunny outdoor patio. In these ways, co-housing design facilitates frequent neighborhood interaction and socializing. Just doing laundry has the potential to become a social event as residents pass through the sidewalk-like atmosphere of hallways, stopping for tea and meals with neighbors. When co-housing is done right, vehicles remain around the exterior of the community, and almost everything residents need is located on-site or within easy walking distance, something that new urbanists would call mixed use. This takes the focus off of driving and places it on the home and community. In addition to the architecture, the participatory management and consensus decision-making that is used by co-housers makes co-housing sustainable. Instead of electing a strata council, all residents who have an interest may take part in community management and decision-making. Decisions are made by consensus. Residents also form committees and divide tasks equitably among the members themselves, according to members' interests and expertise. The division of tasks allows members to build trust, respect, and reciprocity within their community. It has been found that both retirees and disabled persons who wish to remain active in their communities find empowerment through participatory management and the security of knowing one's neighbors. Co-housing communities, such as Victoria's developing Fernwood Urban Village, are paying close attention to these findings in the design of their community. So, what is the Fernwood Urban Village? The Fernwood Urban Village is a co-housing community in the process of development, and if successful, it will be located at the corner of Chambers Street and North Park in Fernwood, Victoria. This community will consist of 32 comfortable and inviting strata units. The FUV's vision is to create a neighborhood of individuals sharing social and physical resources in a sustainable and ecologically responsible community setting. The FUV follows the principles of sustainability and permaculture, allowing residents to live on the earth with a lighter footprint. By permaculture, we mean that the FUV will create an environment inspired by the patterns of the natural world. The FUV will support a way of life that is non-depleting and replenishing. Members will have the opportunity to use their own creativity and ingenuity to create a supportive ecological community that is mutually beneficial for all residents. The FUV is aware of the need to protect urban agricultural security and will have a high production fruit and vegetable gardens spaced throughout its pedestrian center. Gardens will be vertical across trellises and on the top of vehicle storage garages. Members plan on using these gardens to prepare shared meals 3 to 5 times per week. In regards to driving, because we are located so close to Victoria's urban center, we are trying to cut down on our use of the vehicle. We are currently challenging the city's parking standards so as to limit vehicle stall size and the vehicle turning radiuses. If successful, parking at the FUV will only accommodate small and efficient vehicles. The FUV also plans on having shared community vehicles. This will accommodate members who choose not to drive at all. Though co-housing is not a new idea, co-housing for the active and earth-conscious adults in Victoria certainly is. I'd like to thank you for your interest and encourage you to follow the FUV as it continues to develop. One way that you'll be able to do this is on July 26th, a public information meeting will discuss co-housing and the FUV. This meeting will take place at 7:30 in the FCA building in Victoria, and if you'd like more information about that, please don't hesitate to contact me.